Sojourner Truth was a slave trade abolitionist and women's rights activist. Born into slavery, she fled to her freedom in 1826 with her infant child. She believed slaves helped build America's wealth and demanded reparation through land distribution. In 1870, she petitioned Congress to give the freed slaves in Washington land to fend for themselves. Her petition failed, but her actions still paved the way for others to fight for their reparations. Callie House was a hardworking mother of 5 and a washerwoman. Seeing how her fellow slaves were unable to fend for themselves, Callie actively joined the National Ex-Slave Mutual Relief, Bounty, and Pension Association that took their petition to the U.S. Congress to obtain redress for historical wrongs. The federal government had then started accusing the association of using mail to lead a fraud scheme. Callie was later accused in 1916 of postal fraud and spent a year in prison.
My name is Earl Pinto, and I am the guest host of the Flo Kennedy Show. We are greatly honored to have as our guest today a great woman, a freedom fighter for African people throughout the world. Her name is Queen Mother Moore. Welcome, Queen Mother.
Thank you.
How did you become known as Queen Mother Moore?
Well, that name was bestowed upon me by the African students, first of all, as a result of my years of activities in this country. They gave it to me. And when I went to Africa, to Dr. Nkrumah's funeral, the chief heard about me, and he sent for me to come to him. And I went, and he said, I'm going to make you officially Queen Mother of the Ashanti. And he initiated me Queen Mother. But I was Queen Mother before I went to Africa.
Did you personally know the late Kwame Nkrumah?
Yes, I did. I knew him here.
Okay, you met him while he was visiting here?
Yes.
Okay, and that is in conjunction with your work?
Yes.
I understand that you sent a petition to the United Nations in, I think, 1957 for reparations for the black people in America. Explain something about that to us.
Yes, the petition called for us to go back to Africa, for those who wanted to go back. And for those who wanted to stay here, there had to be certain indemnity given for the people who wanted to stay, the people who wanted to go.
What kind of indemnity?
Well, I was asking for $200 billion.
$200 billion to indemnify?
Yes, for the injury that we have received. The injury as a result of our enslavement.
Okay, that's for our 400 years of enslavement.
Yes.
As reparations, we requested $200 billion.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, when you sent this petition to the United Nations, what kind of response did you get?
I got very good response, but he told me that we needed a member nation to introduce the resolution, since we were not officially members of the UN.
Is this with your work with the Republic of New Africa?
No, that was not. I went as a member of the Ethiopian Women, the Universal Association of Ethiopian Women.
I understand that you founded that organization.
Yes.
And what was that organization about?
To save our men from execution. They were being executed at the rate of 2 a week almost. There was somebody being executed.
Then unjustly executed?
Yes, we felt they were unjustly executed. And we tried to save some of them. We did save some.
And then you also worked with Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
Tell us first something about Marcus Garvey.
Well, I was first brought into the Marcus Garvey movement by the fact that I understood that he was to come and speak to us in Louisiana. And we went to the meeting, and lo and behold, he didn't come. And we heard that the mayor refused to allow him to come. So we were very incensed about it and got a delegation to go see why. And then it was guaranteed that Marcus Garvey would come the next night. And the hall was packed with people. And everybody went with ammunition.
They had guns?
They had guns. Everybody had guns.
Down in New Orleans, when the police told Marcus Garvey he couldn't speak to us and prevented him from coming to speak to us one night, we, of course, went in delegations and everything and raised such a ruckus that they had to let Marcus Garvey speak to us the next night. But when we went, I want you to hear me, when we went determined that nothing would stop Marcus Garvey from speaking to us. Now, how do you do that? How do you go determined to keep the powers that be from preventing your leader from speaking to you? How do you do that? Well, I'll tell you how we did it. Every one of us, including myself, went armed. We went armed. I had 2 guns on me.
You have land in upstate, Parksville, I believe it is. Where
Yes.
It's you have the Mount Addis Ababa.
Mount Addis Ababa.
Okay, and you doing work on that mountain.
Well, we want to build there a college of African studies. We want to build a monument to the 100 million Africans who perished in the slave trade, and for those who died since, all the people who died,
you mean
the struggle. 100 million, 100 million died in the slave trade, yes.
So that's our Holocaust.
Yes, that's our Holocaust.
Holocaust.
Holocaust, yes.
All right, this institution that you want to build, the purpose of it will be to educate black people?
Yes, to educate our people, to help our people to understand, to de-Negroize us. To de-Negroize us, change our minds from European minds. You know, we have no idea the condition that we're in, the psychoneurosis that we suffer. We suffer a terrible, terrible blight. We don't know who we are. We use European names, and we just are comfortable with our condition. We really don't know who we are. We have no idea. We're captive.